Thank you for tuning in to the Sunday edition of the SUTV Podcast. I'm Mackenzie Mitchell. Tonight we will cover all of the excitement in ship athletics and the latest in entertainment. All that and more right here on SUTV News. Lockdown restrictions are slowly being lifted in China, and one Chinese soccer club is taking advantage of it. The work has started to build the world's largest football stadium in the world. The $1.7 billion project began last Thursday and plans to look like a lotus flower that seats over 100,000 people. The stadium plans to be finished its construction by the end of 2022. With sports still at a halt, people are desperate for competition. People around the world are turning to betting for their source of entertainment. Popular sites such as DraftKings and FanDuel are experiencing unusual betting. Many are placing bets on table tennis, comments during presidential debates, and video games. DraftKings said that bets are even being made on outcomes of situations taking place on reality television, like The Real Housewives of New York and Shark Tank. Moving on to golf, 3 of the majors have already been postponed, and the Open has been canceled. The Ryder Cup still stands as planned from September 25th to September 27th in Wisconsin. PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan is hopeful that the play will return the week of June 8th. He explained that it is a realistic option due to the nature of the sport, as inside the field of play, players are rarely within 6 feet of each other. However, uncertainty continues to grow by national organizations as well as universities for fall sports. Patrick Ramsdale has the latest.
It's been over a month since the sports world was put on hold. With the NCAA's cancellation of all winter and spring sports, many college sports fans are patiently waiting for the fall. The NCAA has yet to release an official statement on whether or not we will see collegiate athletics this autumn. The University of South Carolina could see all of its fall athletic season canceled within the next month. According to USA Today, USC President Bob Caslin hopes to have a decision about how the fall semester will operate by May 15th. Many schools will take a big financial hit with the loss of fall sports. If college sports don't resume in late August, Division I schools could see a collective loss of $4.1 billion brought in by football alone, according to an analysis done by USA Today Sports. As of now, it is unclear on whether or not we will see student athletes take the field this autumn. For SUTV Sports, I'm Patrick Ramsdale.
In Shippensburg athletics, it's been a huge week for Gabriella Johnson. Johnson was selected to participate in the 2020 NCAA Career in Sports Forum. A committee from within the NCAA membership selected the student athletes who have had an interest in pursuing a career in sports and reviewed as a leader on their campus. This year's forum will be held in a virtual format from May 27th to May 29th. Gabriella Johnson was also named the 2019-2020 CSCAA All-American. Johnson qualified for the NCAA championship in the 100-yard and 200-yard breaststroke. This week, Johnson was interviewed locally by WDVM Sports. In discussing her accomplishments, Johnson discussed the emotions of not being able to compete at NCAAs and receiving All-American honors. Moving on to women's soccer, the program announces its signings for the 2020 recruiting class. 9 incoming players will suit up for the Raiders this fall. 7 of them are PA natives, and 1 is coming from Maryland, as well as 1 from Ohio. Head coach Rob Fulton expresses his excitement as the new group will bring in talent on the field and in the classroom. Moving on to football, 2 senior players, Kyle Haynes and Tig Spinelli, were named Wednesday as 2020 inductees into the National Football Foundation Hampshire Honor Society. Many requirements must be met to get this induction, such as maintaining a cumulative GPA of 3.2 or higher, and being a significant contributor to the team. Congratulations to Kyle Haynes and Tig Spinelli for their hard work on the field and in the classroom. Sticking with football, the team opened a BSN Flash store. The Flash store features a range of apparel for men and women to support the team. The store is open until April 29th, and the link to the Flash store will be in the description below. Quarantine isn't stopping the Shippensburg University marching band from playing together. On Friday, the band released a video of them virtually playing the ship fight song titled The Horse. Over 40 members participated, all playing their instruments from home. The band hopes that they will spread positivity throughout the video. You can watch the performance on our website at sutvnews.org. With school being online, Shipwreck as well as the Higas Fieldhouse Pool are closed until the end of the semester. The Shipwreck staff wants to help your body and mind stay healthy. For the next few weeks, each day of the week will be a different topic that you can participate in. Some of the participants will receive prizes. Follow the Shipwreck Instagram account in the description below for more details. This week, we are recognizing women's soccer alumni Beth McGee for making waves from a distance in the Raider Way. Beth studied exercise science at Shippensburg and graduated the spring of 2019. Since then, she is studying at Thomas Jefferson University to become a nurse. While still in school, Beth has volunteered and has been taking phone calls and helping patients of the Jefferson Hospital System with any questions of their telehealth. We thank Beth and all of the others in the medical field for their hard work during this pandemic. That's it for sports this week. We're going to send it over to Megan Talley for this week's weather.
Well, good news about this week is we're getting out of the cold front and starting to warm up here in PA and Maryland. But the radar also shows that more rain could be on its way in parts of the region. Tonight will stay around 50 degrees as the clouds start to drag in, but it looks like we'll miss the storm system in the north. And tomorrow we'll get to almost 60 with lows in the 40s before a storm comes in the next day. And the 5 days shows periods of rain, but pretty nice temps overall. Tuesday will be rainy on and off with some heavy wind with a high of 57 and low of 40. The rain will go away for one day on Wednesday with some sun and highs in the mid-50s. And it'll warm up again on Thursday, but those April showers just come right back through to the region through Friday with highs in the 60s and lows near 50. So take advantage of the nicer weather and go outside when you can and, of course, in between the rain showers. Now that's all for this week's weather. Stay safe and healthy. Now let's toss it over to Brady Fisher with this week's entertainment news.
The world came together last night for the One World Together at Home television special. The special was put on by Global Citizen along with the World Health Organization and the United Nations. The event was put on to help bring joy to people watching, as well as to raise awareness to the doctors and nurses on the front lines in the battle with COVID-19. The trio of Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert, and Jimmy Fallon hosted the event, and numerous stars and musicians made appearances. Some highlights include Taylor Swift singing her deeply personal song, Soon You'll Get Better, and the Rolling Stones coming together to sing You Can't Always Get What You Want. The event helped Global Citizen to raise $128 million to date to help fight COVID-19. Comic-Con is the latest event of the summer to be canceled due to the coronavirus. Comic-Con is a convention held in San Diego which brings together fans of comic books, as well as movies, video games, and more. The convention posted on their website stating that this is the first time in the 50-year history of the event that it has been canceled. The convention says Comic-Con will return in July of 2021. Tonight's show host Jimmy Fallon and many other celebrities have joined together to celebrate the class of 2020's graduation. The media company iHeartMedia will be creating a podcast titled Commencement: Speeches for the Class of 2020. The podcast will feature speeches from Jimmy Fallon, Hillary Clinton, John Legend, Pitbull, Tim McGraw, and many more. Conal Byrne, president of the iHeart Podcast Network, stated in a release, quote, "High school and college seniors are always in need of inspiration, reassurance, and life advice as they head into the next chapter of their lives, and that is especially true this year," end quote. iHeartMedia are not the only ones to be celebrating the class of 2020. beer company Natural Light will be hosting a worldwide commencement on May 14th on Facebook Live, which will include speeches by Mark Cuban, Jane Lynch, and Stephen A. Smith. The iHeartMedia podcast will be published May 15th in preparation for National Commencement Day on May 17th. That's it for this week's entertainment. Let's send it back to Kenzie Mitchell.
That'll do it for this episode of the SUTV News Podcast. I'm Mackenzie Mitchell. Make sure you follow our social media pages for the latest in breaking news at SUTV News and check out our website at sutvnews.org. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you this Thursday for the next edition of the SUTV News Podcast.